Alright, hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to our Minecraft Trains project. And I don't really know what I'm doing. So we are building the ambition station, and I think I'm supposed to have a plan for what to do now. In reality though, I'm gonna put the map away in fact. In reality though, I'm not sure what happens here. So at the end of the last video, I said in between the videos I would finish moving the building over by a block and also build these corner towers, which I have, except for the very top one. So it looks like this, and we need to do something about the staircase, do something about the arches, maybe facades. I guess glass is the usual go-to. Do something about the arches. I think maybe like glass curtain wall makes sense. And I think the arches need to be a little more substantial. Although I'm not entirely sure what that means. What if... Oh, also it's daylight savings, so I'm streaming at 2 PM my time. It's quite possible that nobody knows I'm streaming at 2 PM my time, because I think in Europe it's like 2 hours earlier than it was last week. So Wesley might not realize this and he might miss the whole stream. Anyway, I think so what if we do like this? What if we like add a block upwards? Oh, hi Q. Welcome to daylight savings. The schedule has been changed because daylight savings. Q says you guys have a little time change. Yeah, an hour earlier, that's right. I don't think Wesley knows, Q. Can you like call Wesley and tell him? I know you don't have his number. Anyway, sad times for Wesley missing out today because of daylight savings. Although maybe he's only... You haven't had daylight savings yet, right? So it's only 1 hour earlier. Maybe he'll join halfway through. So I was thinking about this. The white... Maybe I do prefer the red. Let me finish this and then go to the other side and do the red. So I think like at the edges of the building, the arches need to be more substantial. And then you can kind of see what I'm intending is that it will just sit. The tower things will just sit on top of the arch like that. Something along these lines. Q says ours is next week apparently. Okay, well... I guess next week you have to shift like 2 hours. I think that daylight saving times is better for Wesley, but kind of sprung it on him this week without any notice. I did forget that it would be this week. Let's see, let me replace this. So I'm not sure about the white. I like the arches, I'm not sure about the white. Maybe not red either, maybe like a grey... I mean the red is very red, is what I'm concerned about here. Q says... yeah, no, yeah. Red... Red is quite red. What if... maybe quite red is fine. Maybe quite red is just fine. So let me like continue what I'm thinking right now, and we'll see how it looks. Next week plus a month. Why is Northern Hemisphere? Although every country has a different. I guess it depends what your like average latitude is. I guess this would do that. There. And continuing here. Like that. Q says it changed fairly recently. Summertime is much longer than it used to be. Well, you know, with global warming and everything. It does get hotter sooner, doesn't it? So if we follow the same pattern, it'd be like that. I'm not sure how I feel about the red. Like the red and the white, it's very stark difference in the color. I mean, we can do something silly like, or maybe it's not silly. I was gonna say something silly like put white stripes in it, but maybe it's actually not silly. I mean, it starts looking like a candy cane if we have red and white stripes. No, it does look a little bit like a candy cane. The red is just a little bit unnatural. A little bit, like, deep. What do we say about core 10? Or alternatively, orange terracotta? Alright, terracotta, orange terracotta. Like the orange is it's less saturated and therefore a little less strange. Also kind of brown and ordinary. I miss having Wesley's opinion. I can't really decide what colors I want here. I mean, if I could make the glazed terracotta work, I would love to have like a glazed terracotta pattern at the edge of the arch here, but the glazed terracotta is not good. Like, it just doesn't look very good. So I don't even know if I trust that. And I think underneath here we just have glass. I kind of want the glass under the, like behind the arch though, which might make it a little bit strange, because it would not quite line up here. Well, it can line up here. We can just, oh, it can't line up here. It can, I can just move this by one. and move this down by 1. No, I can make it. I can make a line up. That's fine. Let me continue with the orange and see how it looks. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 and 3. And there, and there, and there, and there. We can go for like a pink. We don't have to. Maybe the pink makes more sense. And I'm not too sure like how this really should sit. Maybe I should put like a bottom under here, under this here. I like the orange better, in my opinion. It's not quite as deep red. But it's not really correct, is it? Gray? Concrete? Is there like a light gray concrete? There is a light gray concrete. Light gray concrete. Don't want everything to be shades of gray or anything, but unless I put the red underneath the gray, so it's like a red arch under the gray. The gray is quite gray. Like alternatively I can like do that. So it's not like thick red. No. Nah. Nah, not really. No. Pink? Pink concrete. Well, pink is something else. So what is the problem? I want the arch to be visible, but not like, not probably yellow actually, like not seriously fluorescent colors. Yellow terracotta. Yellow terracotta suggests like gold or even copper. Is there like a copper color? One of the blue might work, says Q. Maybe like a lighter blue. Okay, but not that one. Oh hey Q, did you catch the United Nations speeches? Did you catch Trump's speech at the United Nations? Light blue glazed terracotta. One of the blues says Q. I mean, look, the color palette correct, and Kevin A's defense, man, what a debacle. That is a complete debacle for everybody involved. Trump's one was laughter. At least it brought a little bit of amusement to the United Nations. uh, Here's the thing, the seaweed is green. The seaweed is green. Maybe we should like stick to just a few shades. I kinda like your blue suggestion. But the seaweed is greenish. Concrete, oh this is concrete powder, okay I see. Maybe not quite that light blue. Green concrete seems a little green to me. What does the terracotta green? Green terracotta... I mean the blue terracotta doesn't actually look anything like blue. The blue might be a little bright. At least they got the FBI investigation out of the Cabernet thing. Which is better than nothing. Oh, the blue is kind of nice, but then the blue really doesn't fit the red. It's possible we just like ditch the red and change the red to blue or something. Blue and white, of course, is blue and white. Like it's a color pairing that we see quite often in the sky. Blue and white. So blue and white is easy to understand. Red is a little more difficult to understand. Blue and white. Maybe we change the whole thing to blue. Like change all the red concrete to blue. Blue and white and gold. What if we change all the red stuff to white? Too much white? No, probably blue is right. That is a nice blue, you're right, Q. I do like this blue. The green looks like pea soup. And pea soup is not really what I'm trying to go for. That's there, right? Yeah, okay. Although, you know, green is also a familiar color because, you know, green, blue, and white. I think blue and white is easier. Q says no gold, too reminiscent of a Trump building. Well, I was thinking like just a little bit of gold highlight. I wouldn't be quite as... what's the word to describe... wouldn't be so crass as to have the entire thing plated in gold, Q. Just a few highlights I was thinking. We wouldn't want to be crass, would we? The blue... Let me look at the blue a little bit more.